David R. here. Today I'm going to talk to you about this course, English in America, a Linguistic History, from the Great Courses. The lecturer for this one is Dr. Natalie Schilling. The lectures are about 30 minutes long. She doesn't really go over that mark too much, and there are only 12 lectures to this course, which is a little bit less than some of the others. So what will you learn in this particular course here? Well, you'll learn about dialects. And as you can see on the dialect map of the U.S., there are lots and lots of dialects in this country. You also learn about accents. She talks about the Boston accent. JFK would drop his R's. And sometimes he wouldn't drop his R's. But she plays a recording of it, and you can hear part of a speech that he gave.
I have selected as the title of my remarks tonight, The President and the Press. Some may suggest that this would be more naturally worded, the President versus the Press, but those are not my sentiments tonight. It is true, however, that when a well-known diplomat from another country demanded recently that our State Department repudiate certain newspaper attacks on his colleagues, it was unnecessary for us to reply that this administration was not responsible for the press, for the press had already made it clear that it was not responsible for this administration.
The next most important thing that you will learn is the 5 stages of Snyders' dynamic model of dialect development. This is important because she talks about it throughout the course. So you want to keep these things in mind. The first stage is foundation. The established language sows its seeds in a new land. Second is exonormative stabilization. The new language variety begins to stabilize. 3, nativization. Emerging dialect becomes an entity. 4, endonormative stabilization. The new dialect is a new language variety. And 5, differentiation. Citizens are secure in their new identity. You also learn about early American literary figures like Emerson, Dickinson, Mark Twain. His Adventures of Huckleberry Finn uses a lot of different dialects. And I think that book is a part of history. It shouldn't be banned. It shouldn't be kept out of libraries. You can learn a lot from it. What else you'll learn is Jewish American English, like oy vey or goy. That's one of my favorites too. Cajun American English. For instance, instead of saying ask, they would say axe. Or those is doze. That's kind of funny. She also talks about African American English or Ebonics. Now, African American English is kind of frowned upon by a lot of people because they think it's incorrect English, but that's not the case. She says that African American English is a legitimate language variety. It's rule governed. It's intricately patterned. And it's conversational. So it's legit. I mean, come on. She also talks about third generation immigrants. By the time, let's just say Hispanic immigrants are in their third generation being in this country, they tend to neglect their native language. They speak English. They forget Spanish. So, if anything, the languages that are in jeopardy of disappearing someday, could be Spanish or Portuguese. Definitely not English. English is the language of the internet. It's a global language. If anything, it's spreading. And I don't think that's good. I think other cultures should hold on to their roots. And language is part of that. So if you want to get this course, then do so. But if you don't really have an interest in socio-linguistics, then obviously this course wouldn't be for you. And also the lecturer is a bit dry, no sense of humor, and it seems like she's just reading from a book. It's boring. Anyway, talk to you later. Bye.